the case must be decided on the evidence as the principle of justice requires. If the evidence does not fit the allegation, the accused must be acquitted. If the evidence does not fit the allegation, the accused must be acquitted. That is the argument that is being presented by Dr. Mazanga on the case of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And I bet you this case is going to be one of the greatest cases you have ever had in the West. It is going to open a lot of things. As you know, Finland has not faced this kind of a case. They have not had a case of this level before. Finland as a country has never ever had a case of this level, this magnitude before. And if they're not careful, they are going to learn in a very hard way. If Finland is not careful, they will learn in a very hard way. If Al-Stop is not careful, he will learn, but he's going to learn in a very hard way. He's going to learn in a very hard way. So wherever you are as a Biafran, every single one of us have to be steadfast. As I have always said, we are not asking for any special treatment for Mazi Simon Ekpa. We are not asking for anything special for Mazi Simon Ekpa. All we are asking is that the right thing should be done. Fair hearing. Fair hearing. The same thing we have been complaining is just what Dr. Mazanga said here. Now, I just played a discussion. I just played it now, what he said. I just played what he said. How can you take an evidence from the same man who is today being charged of terrorism? The Attorney General of the Federation in Nigeria, Malami, the same man that went to Kenya to kidnap Mazi Nandekam, the man that went to kidnap Mazi Nandekam, today, that Attorney General is facing terrorism case in Nigeria. And in his own case, ammunition was found in his house. AK-47, up to 20-something pieces, was found in his home. An Attorney General. What is an Attorney General doing with AK-47 in his house? Can someone explain to me? What is an Attorney General doing with AK-47 in his home? That is the question everybody should be asking. That is the question everyone should be asking. What is an Attorney General doing with AK-47 in his home? But the most surprising thing is that the same man who concocted all this plan, who planned the kidnapping of Mazi Nandekam from Kenya and announced it, the same man who wrote the plan against Mazi Simon Ekpa, the same man who orchestrated the plan against Mazi Simon Ekpa, today he is facing terrorism charge in Nigeria. How can any sensible person today still take an evidence provided by a terrorist to prosecute an innocent citizen? Mazi Simon Ekpa, to the best of my knowledge, all the time he has been in Finland, he has never had any case. Mazi Simon Ekpa has never, ever, at any point in time, had any case in Finland. He has not had any legal dispute with anybody in Finland, let alone being terrorism. But all of a sudden, a terrorist country brought an evidence that was produced by somebody who is being charged for terrorism today to prosecute somebody who has never at any point in time faced any legal charges against him, any criminal activities. How do you justify that? How do you justify that? How do you justify that? And this is what we have been saying. This is what we are crying about all the time. This is why we are shouting and speaking on top of our voices, that everybody must speak up. It is time for every one of us to speak up. It is time for every single one of us to speak up. Speak up wherever you are. We cannot continue to be silent. We cannot continue to pretend all is well when there is a problem everywhere. And I thank Chuks that today, it is not just the Biafran speaking, the international communities are well. You heard Dr. Mazanga places the case have already reached. The United Nations has been informed. The EU has been informed. The United States are on the know. And there are representatives from the United States to monitor what is happening. And I bet you Finland cannot escape. The only good thing is that they have an opportunity to redeem itself. And if they fail to redeem themselves, so be it for them. So be it. Their reputation is on the line. The case of Mazi Samada, maybe the talks is, after all, he's a black man. After all, he's a Nigerian. He's a black man. Nobody stands for him. And he's our citizen, so we can decide whatever happens. But I bet you, Africa is not the way you think it is. We still have credible men and women in Africa. We still have credible men and women in Africa who are fighting for their people, wherever they are, regardless their nation, their tribe, their ideology, or their religion. There are still credible men, like Dr. Mazanga, who is standing for Simon Ekpa, unpaid, pro bono, free. He devoted, even as he is fighting for Simon Ekpa, Biafrans are fighting him. There are some Biafrans that are still attacking him indirectly. Asking him, why are you defending Simon Ekpa? Why are you talking to this group? Why are you talking to that group? What? I don't know when we are going to remove this group mentality. I have said it time and time again. Can we for once forget anything about group? Can we forget anything that has to do with group and focus on our unity of purpose? Can we focus on our unity of purpose? For how long for how long are we going to continue on this path of destroying ourselves, lying against each other, pushing propaganda that does not hold water? Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, is in Finland court. When I saw people that were in Finland yesterday, go and check the videos. Biafrans from different groups, they were in Finland. And I was so happy. The kind of unity, we didn't see anybody fighting or pointing a hand at each other. Biafrans from different groups, they assembled in Finland. And you saw Dr. Bryce Lukoma spoke in that meeting, including and encouraging everybody. There was no segregation. Even those who were insulting and attacking him were still there. He never said, okay, because you are here. You see everybody, they were working together in support of Martin Samuel. That is what I have been speaking about. We can have our differences. We can disagree. There is no law that says we cannot disagree. We can disagree. But that purpose for which we gather, we must always pursue that goal. Let us not disagree to the extent of we become hostile to each other. Don't disagree to the extent of hostility. No. We can disagree. Then still agree with each other through understanding and explanations. Why is it difficult for us to do? Just see how beautiful the protest was yesterday. See how organized it was. Biafrans from all parts of the countries of the world, from different angles, from different groups, they were all there. Everyone wearing the vest of Mazi Simon Ekpa. And of course, you know that it is a particular group that did that vest. That vest was done by either a particular group or a particular person and gave to everybody to wear for a particular purpose. That is what is called unity of purpose. And this is the reason why sometimes when you come online and you talk about your product, you talk against your... Think why? Think twice. This thing you are saying, after saying this thing, will you still see that person tomorrow and have a handshake? How are you going to feel tomorrow? If tomorrow we go back to Biafran land and that person you are talking about is your next door neighbor, somebody you have destroyed his image, you have blackmailed, you have lied against him. Many of us, we have not met each other before. And we might not even meet each other. You don't know me, I don't know you. The only thing that brings us together is this Biafra agitation. And yet, you cannot come down. You cannot come down, not even for a second, to understand or argue in a very genuine and legitimate way. All you do is you lie against people, you castigate people, you damage the reputation of people, you say things that doesn't add up. And sometimes when I see some videos that people are making, I begin to wonder, do they really have conscience? Just like the ones that are castigating Mazen Nandekano today. Somebody will on the camera and begin to say things that does not hold water. Look at the one they call herself Nneka Chimeze. Nneka Chimeze have been sued by our supreme leader. And today she is running helter-skelter, running from pillar to pole. Running from pillar to pole. As if, but when she was speaking all those days, when she was pushing those lies, it seems as if she has an evidence. She was claiming she has an evidence. Now it has gotten to the time to go to the court and prove those your evidence. You cannot. You cannot. And this is one thing they have learned from the Zoological Republic. Using the media to destroy personalities. That is what Nigerian government does and does it excellently. They use the media to destroy you. They use media to destroy people's reputation, to create narrative that doesn't exist. It is media they used against the Biafran people. The media was used against the Igbos. It is their media, Yoruba media, that was used against the Igbos that today every tribe in Nigeria is against the Igbo people. And I'm not telling you, it's not a joke. It might not be everybody, but I can tell you, in all the tribes in Nigeria, majority of them are against the Igbos. And ask me, why are they against the Igbos? There is no reason. So many of them have not had any business with an Igbo person. They have not met an Igbo man before. They have not done anything with an Igbo man. But still yet, you see them, when they come out, all they do is to attack an Igbo person. All they do is to attack. All they do is to castigate. And you begin to wonder, where are they coming from? You begin to wonder, who are these? You begin to wonder, from which angle and which direction are these people coming from? We have seen a bunch of idiots from different angles doing these certain things. For how long are we going to continue on that path? For how long? For how long are we going to continue on this kind of evil act that we have learned from Nigeria? And it is because of our long stay in the Zoological Republic. We have been in the zoo for so long, too long in the zoo. We have been in the zoo for too long that we have begun to adapt their system. Just like in the case of Simon Ekpa we are talking about today. They concocted their evidence, formulated their evidence, the same way they have been formulated, the same way they formulated lies. And you know the funny thing, the origin of this lie is from the foundation of Nigeria. Nigeria was founded on lies. That is why there is nothing on the planet Earth that you would do in the name of Nigeria that lie will not be inside. There must be a lie in it. There is nothing on this earth that you will do in that name Nigeria that there will be no lie in it. There must be a lie in it. There must be a lie in it. Because the foundation of the Zoological Republic was laid on lies. And who laid the foundation? The British. They lied with the census. They lied with the result of the first election in Nigeria. They lied with the landmarks. And they lied with every other thing they did. And the worst is that they ended up taking the country and handed it over to people who are not indigenous. The Fulanis. So when you say Fulani come to tell you that Nigeria belongs to him and you think it's a joke, he has a reason why he's saying it. There's a reason he's saying it. When you see a Fulani claiming that Nigeria belongs to him, he has a reason for saying so. That is what he was meant to believe. That is what he's meant to believe. I don't know why it is difficult for us to understand issues. I don't know why it is very difficult for us to work and focus on that collective interest of the Biafran people. There is only one reason why we are gathering everywhere we gather. There's only one reason why we are shouting. Today you go to Israel. IPOB is in Israel, making wave in Israel, pushing forward. They are in their house, speaking in the house. They are in Knesset, making a case for Biafra. Seriously, IPOB. You go to United States, another group is there, doing their own there. Now in Finland, Simon Ekpa is there in the prison, sacrificing himself. And you see Biafrans from different parts of the world converge together to support the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa. Regardless their group, regardless their belief, regardless their leader, regardless who fought them and who did not fight them. Many of you must have seen the videos. You see so many videos that are coming out from Finland yesterday. Did you see where people were fighting? Did you see where people were pushing each other? Did you see where people were arguing? Even though they are from different groups, they have different opinion and different belief. But everybody respected himself. Why can't we adopt the same thing within ourselves? Why can't we adopt it continuously? Why can't we adopt it? Why is it difficult for us to adapt that system? Because it is going to lead us very, very far. It is going to lead us very far. Why can't we adopt that system? Why is it difficult for us to adapt it? As for Finland, they are going to pay dearly. For whatever they are doing against our Prime Minister, they will pay dearly. They have the opportunity to make correction. They have the opportunity now to make correction. If they fail to make the correction, it will be difficult in time to come. If they fail to make correction now, there might not be this opportunity anymore. My joy today is there is international outcry on the case of Simon Ekpa today. There is international focus on the case of Simon Ekpa. Focus are on that case from different angles, from different parts of the world. It is not just about Finland. And that is what I have been praying for. Because once they know that there is a country monitoring them, once they know that the international community is paying attention, it is going to be a different ballgame. Most especially the evidence used to convict Simon Ekpa. The evidence they used to convict Simon Ekpa must be looked at again and again and again. And Simon Ekpa and Joko should be allowed to present his evidence. The defense counsel should be allowed to present their own evidence. Because we have more than enough. That excuse of the number of whatever, that the image is so gruesome to look at. Image is so gruesome. Really? The image is so gruesome? The image is so gruesome to look at? In the case of terrorism, you expect to see somebody licking ice cream? You expect us to see somebody licking ice cream? I can't understand. But I thank God from every indication we have seen it that the court is already seated. And as I said before, the court is seated. I have already shown the people of our people who are there in the court preparing and waiting to go in. But what you're going to know is that inside the court there, everything will be done in Finnish. It will be done in Finnish. So you can be in the court there and you will not hear anything. So we have to be patient until the court is over. Then the updates will begin to come. We have to be patient until the court is over. The most important thing that we are supposed to know now is that the court is on. The court is sitting today. And today being the first day, it's not going to be a major day. It's going to be a day of discussion about the modality. We will begin to get the more critical informations from tomorrow and next. on the day where the real things are going to happen. So you don't expect much today. You don't expect much today. Today is just to draw the modality of the case, put this in order. The prosecuting counsel and the defense counsel will be together and discuss and maybe share some other plans on how to go about the case. That is what's expected today. When you look at there, you can see Biafrans are already in the court. And I love when I see the number of Biafrans who are there, willing to be there. Look at them, they are outside, they're waiting. People who have made themselves available. And then when Master Simon comes out and see this number of people, he will be encouraged. He will be encouraged. And the Finland themselves, we know that Master Simon Ekpa wasn't fighting for himself. He wasn't fighting for himself. He was fighting for you and I. He's fighting for you and I. But my plea to every Biafran is that we should remove this sectional division, group mentality in our mind. Remove group mentality and focus on unity of purpose. This kind of unity you saw now, this thing you are seeing. In this video you're looking at, you will see every group, people from all the groups are here. People from different groups. And they have different opinion. Each and every one of them have their own different opinion. People from different groups. Each of them have different opinion. But look at them, seated here peacefully, waiting. Look at them seated here peacefully and waiting. The same way it was yesterday when they were protesting. People from different groups, they were covering each other, doing what needed to be done. What was the purpose? To support Master Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister. What is our purpose of gathering in all those group? It is for Biafra actualization. For the restoration of Biafra. So why is it difficult for all of us? Why is it difficult for all of us to work together? Even if we choose not to be together in the same group and work, why do we have to fight each other dating? Why do we have to come online to castigate each other, to destroy each other, to say things that are not verifiable? You lie against your brother, you lie against your sister, and you don't even care. You don't even care. You don't ask yourself, what if tomorrow that your sister becomes your next door neighbor and sees you? How is he going to feel? What happens tomorrow? That your sister, that your brother becomes your next door neighbor. How is he going to feel? Just like in this yesterday, when you watch the video that came yesterday, you see some people who were abusing each other, attacking each other, calling each other. They were all in that program yesterday. But everybody respected each other, respected themselves, and they were still there. So why do we have to come and give a show to the world? Why? Why do we have to come and give a show to the world? You come and you begin to give a show to our enemies. Our enemies, they just begin to use us as a topic. Why do you create a topic that doesn't exist for the enemies? You know that this is what they are looking for. Why do you give them what they are looking for? You know that all they want is to laugh at you. All they want is to laugh at me. All they want is to show the world that we cannot be able to work together. All they want is to show the world that, yes, they can work together. There's no way. They don't love each other. They are not brothers. They are not together. And you come online every day. The only thing you do is to prove them right. You come online every day. The only thing you do is to prove them right. How does that work? There's no law that says that we must all be in the same group. There's no law that says that we must all agree. We are bound to disagree on certain issues. We can disagree. But we have to disagree respectfully. We disagree respectfully. Our disagreeing doesn't mean that we are enemy. It doesn't mean that we become hostile to each other. No. We can disagree in a very disciplined way. Today, the reason so people don't want to be part of this agitation is because of the attitude of some of us, the way we behave. Some professionals don't want to get involved. Some professionals. Now you understand what Mazen Nandekan is going through and what Mazen Simon Ekpa is going through, putting their own life on the line in this very case. When you look at them, what they are going through today, you will see how they are putting their life, their own life on the line for you and I. We have many professionals across the world, but they dare not speak about Biafra. They don't even want to come close. We have Biafrans in important positions across the world, in all countries of the world. But most of them, because of what they see, the way those of us who are already in the struggle, the way we behave, we talk to ourselves, they stay away. Can we please change our attitude towards each other? Can we find a common ground to work together? Let it not just be about us. Let it not just be about our own group, our brother or sister, what I do, what I carry, no. Why don't we make this about us? Why don't we focus on us, which is the main thing, on us? We gather because of us, not because of any man or woman. The reason for gathering, anywhere we gather, in any angle, in any corner, there is only one reason we gather. Only one reason and only one reason alone. Why don't we focus on that purpose for which we gather? Just like we are united in supporting Master Simon Ekpa, let's unite and get Biafra. The joy that we have today is that there are many foreign bodies that are in Finland because of this case. Many international observers are in Finland because of this case. And the funny thing that the Nigeria that is accusing Master Simon Ekpa has not presented a representative. They only submitted their fake informations and fake evidence and they left. We are expecting to see them send somebody that will come and defend the evidence they sent against Master Simon Ekpa. Today, not today. Today, we are going to see. The case is not ended in one day. Today is just the starting and preparations and stating out the modality of the trial, how it's going to be. From all indication, we had that the trial is going to be televised, and we are waiting and looking forward for that time to come. If they're going to televise it, we are still going to follow up and see how it's going to go. And we are expecting to see that. I think they said on the 10th. From the last information we got from Dr. Mazanga, he said on the 10th it will be televised, except if there is any change on plan. If there is any change in plan, we still don't. If there is any change in plan, we will still look at it and we will see what it carries. But our own duty is to continue to follow up and make sure that the world and international communities are paying attention. We make sure they are paying attention. We can't be silent. We can't be silent and we can't allow any lie to survive. We can't allow any fake evidence against our prime minister to survive. We will not allow it. Wherever they bring those evidence from, we are going to chase it to the same place they bring it there and push it back to them. Our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, is innocent. He's an innocent man. Heaven and earth knows that. It does not matter what anybody thinks or what you believe or who you are working for. The truth will remain that our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, is an innocent man. And his innocence will be proven in the court. As I have always said, we are not asking for any special treatment. No. We have not asked for any special treatment. All we are asking for and have been asking for is for the rule of law to be obeyed. We are asking for the rule of law to be followed. Because we are very sure that if they follow the rule of law, Mazi Simon Ekpa Joko will definitely be freed. He'll be freed. If the rule of law is followed, he will be freed. So wherever you are, as a Biafran, don't allow anybody to bully you. Don't allow anybody to distract you or deceive you. Don't allow anybody tell you something that is not obtainable. You must yourself and believe in yourself. You must know what is right and follow it. It is our right to defend our land. Self-determination is not a crime. Has never been. It will not become a crime because we are Biafrans. No. Self-determination will not all of a sudden become a crime. It will not all of a sudden become a crime because of Biafrans. No. It is a right. Not even a privilege. It is a right. And that right is what we are exercising. A right that is supported by international law, supported by African peoples and human rights law. That is the right that we are protecting and we continue to protect. So whatever happens, wherever you are, continue to pray for my sister Simon Ekpa. If you can pray, pray. Whether you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, you are a Hindu, or whatever you are, pray. Continue to pray for our Prime Minister because he deserves our prayer. Nigeria is not a place to be. That contraption called Nigeria is not a place to be. It is not a place to be. It's a shame that even Finland himself, they know the history and story of Nigeria. But all of a sudden, they chose a different path. It's not as if we are trying to educate them on what they do not know. Finland knows very well about the history of Nigeria. Finland, we are very much aware of what transpired during the Civil War. During the Civil War, Finland played a role in providing aids to the Biafran people. So, whatever we are saying today is not as if we are just making up a word, or we are just saying something out of the blues, or we are just teaching them what to do. Most of the things that we are saying is something that the Finland authorities knows already. But for interest, for economic interest, Alex Storm decide to choose a different path. It is sad, very, very sad, but we believe that by the special grace of Chuks, they have an opportunity to make things right. But if they refuse, they will face the music. And while we wait for update that is coming, let us listen to this video. Let us listen to this video. It has important information to share. Let's listen to this video. This man made a point that I would like others to say, because most of the time when we say the same, we are the one saying, hear from another person, a different background.
I stand to be corrected. It has never been. Yeah. The British enter and collect some territory.
Did you hear him? He said Nigeria is not a country and has never been. And this story of Nigeria is something that is in the public. It's not as if we are making it up. But for one reason or the other, they chose to listen to different things. I want you to hear from him. Hear his assertion about Nigeria.
Nigeria is not a country. I stand to be corrected. It has never been. Yeah. The British enter and collect some territory. They can do business. A man, they did not that protectorate of the country. Because all the northern chiefs they bow for our being connected. They want to make money well. Stop. When we do Berlin conference, you go there and we send you. You can't take that how much we will take compensate you. Now, if they use the word compensate now understatement, this man when they call George Gould sold Nigeria to the Britain. And see, I effect because we have leaders, we get professors, we get engineers, we get DSS, we get doctor, we get never, we get lawyers, son, everyone, nobody. nobody they even investigate Nigeria. How can you say you amalgamated us in 1914 and in 1960 you gave us independence? Till today, we never get our Ghana. What is happening? Leave that when they disturb us. All right. As I tell you, Nigeria was sold and forcefully collected. I will prove them. George Goldie sold the Northern Protectorate to the British because of all the mineral resources we from. Then come noticing, like I say, the southern part get oil and everything. You understand? The amalgamation was a force. Yeah, because of waiting and see. Now,
this is why Biafrans are agitating.
You don't get the capacity to take the south because the southern people they need stubborn. You understand? Now, they can't strike deal with that. He can't sell that northern part where he don't dominate. He sell am 865,000 pounds. As a day. 865,000 pounds. We say we get researchers. We get, you see, government not just waste money. We not get special advisor on this, special advisor on that, special advisor. You not go get every 300. No better advice. They know they give you any advice. They don't chop money. Since the leaders, they cannot work with their head alone. They need help. What is the responsibility of all your special advisors? So nobody don't do investigation, find out, see what the British do. Then when you talk, somebody will tell you with his smelling mouth, say, why you opening both? Why? You know?
That's their common talk.
I want to tell you something. Our journalists, I see they talk and I stand to be corrected. I regret being a journalist in this country. Because journalism is rubbish in this country. Any journalist will want to face me. Yes. Because even if you want to hide things, not the things will better your country. And they see people they write article. Nobody don't ever write real article about this country.
They will not write now.
Now George Goldie sold part of the country. Then he never be Nigeria. You understand? Now after the amalgamation, it become Niger area, given to us by a girlfriend of Lord Lugard. When they say somebody is your Lord. Now, Lord Lugard sold it to the British. The British now won't come by force. You see that amalgamation now brave. Now they bought the northern area. They forcefully collected the southern area. Can't say now amalgamation. Make it now come together. Then they don't penetrate now. That is why you see companies, all those foreign oil companies, where they cause pollution for the southern area. Now you want to hand over Nigeria. You don't hand over Nigeria to its citizens, the original citizens. You can't hand over Nigeria to foreigners. Today we get the problem of, like they say, Nigeria is their home. How we don't get the problem? When you want to hand over independent, you look at people when
that's in the genesis of the problem.
I told you, check, go and who train these people for school. Nobody. Ojukwu train himself. Nnamdi Azikiwe train himself. Awolowo train himself. All the southern people train themselves. Why is the hatred of the southerners? Or you prepared these people even before independence. Go check when Tafawa Balewa go to get scholarship, go there before independence. Yes. Then Amadu Bello too got scholarship to go to our local school because maybe no one go abroad. Now when you now check the hierarchy of all our kings or chiefs, they get first class, second class, third class.
Mm-hmm.
I go give you now this as an assignment. Check who be the number one when it comes to monarchy for Nigeria.
Now Sultan of Sokoto now.
This one assignment to everybody when it
now Sultan of Sokoto.
Hierarchy when it comes to one first class chief.
You know one talker, make I talker.
If you go gathering, federal government they do gathering, then they sit down according to the hierarchy.
Mm-hmm.
Which position on it? Which opposition of your furniture? Which position about Benin? Which position atop Igala? What will be their position? Which position be Saudana? Make una, when we come back, because we get interview, make una tell me the hierarchy. I rest my case, and my case has been rested. We'll come back for part 2.
This is the reason Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Simon Ekpa is fighting for self-determination. Forceful amalgamation. Handing over a country to people who are not ready to be free. People who are not indigenous. This is why we want to redeem ourselves from this captivity. But just like this man said, Nigerian press is the most useless. Nigerian journalists, they are the most useless in the whole world. Their media, the worst media in the planet Earth. A media that instead of standing with the people, they go against the people. It's this same media they used to plan their propaganda against citizens. Media was used against the Igbo people. Today, every tribe in Nigeria is seeing Igbos as enemy, thanks to the media. They use the Nigerian media to preach to Igbo coup that never existed. They use the media to paint Igbos as being domineering that never happened. They use the media to blackmail Mazen Nandekano. And today, they are still using the media today to change narrative against Mazen Nandekano to make people hate him. But we are in the era of the social media. That is more reason why they don't succeed today. In those days, you know, people only listen to the radio and the television and all that, and that is it. Whatever they say, spread. But today, how many people listen to their television? Everybody is on their phone watching what is going on. That is why they can't succeed anymore. You see, confession have come about the civil war, and yet they are still holding their ground. People are getting more educated and more wise. And I believe by the special grace of Chuks, this victory that is coming, it doesn't matter what they do to Simon Ekpa. It doesn't matter what they do to Mazen Nandekano. Biafra will definitely be free. No man born of a woman can stop it. The freedom of Biafra. They never born you. They never born you. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can only try, but you can never stop it.